Whoa, that's Cathedral High School senior Chauncey Cheek with the massive poster dunk. And he's only 5'7". Check it out again. He takes the ball in his left hand and uses his right to push off the poor defender's face. That wasn't very polite. Spud Webb would be proud, Chauncey. Conor McGregor had this to say about a possible trilogy fight with Nate Diaz during a Facebook Q&A of the Lad Bible on Friday. There could be a potential fight maybe down the line for the lightweight belt after I win this. To see him have to make the weight and then to see the damage he took the last fight and then come in at a much lower weight, it wouldn't end good for him. I'd imagine, and I probably hope that his people close to him would stop him from doing it. It's done now. Cash your money and bounce. Well, Nate Diaz apparently found out about it and posted this on Instagram on Sunday. I was ready for round 3 that night, were you? I like the use of emoji there by Nate. Dana White told us last week that he doesn't think a McGregor-Diaz trilogy fight will ever happen. But I still think somewhere, sometime down the line, we'll see these two in the octagon for one last dance.
This is 79-year-old Shirley, who just became a national champion. Despite injuring her hamstring, she was still able to deadlift 231 pounds, which made her a champ in the 70-plus age group. And if Shirley's strength looks familiar, it's because we've shown you videos of her deadlifting before. Shirley broke the record at the 2016 Raw Powerlifting National Championships in Atlanta and qualified for the Worlds in Belarus.
This game-winning two-point conversion with 6 seconds left is absolutely bonkers. First, the quarterback's pass is deflected, but he catches it out of the air and runs around for a bit. Then he pitches it to a teammate, who then gets a power boost from a defender and somehow ends up in the end zone to give his team a 1-point win. I'm guessing this is not how this high school team in Oklahoma drew it up, but I'm also guessing they don't care about that one bit, because this is a play they'll never forget.
This is going to make you miss the days of group celebrations in the NFL. Check out China Arena football player Mike Washington with the score and then the nifty sword fighting routine with his buddy. And then later in the game, Washington snags another touchdown, drops an elbow on the football, and his teammate plays ref as he counts him to the pin. I wonder what he's got planned next.
Here comes an absolutely brutal boxing knockout. See? We told you. Check it out again. This poor fellow was out on his feet, and then he was out on his back. The guy doing the knocking out is Ahmad Jones, who's an amateur boxer, and this was just his 3rd fight. He said his opponent was fine after the fight, which is good news because this didn't look like a fun time.
Who doesn't love a big guy touchdown?
Do your thing, big man!
That's Nicholls State defensive lineman Ronald Ollie with the field goal block and the 84-yard scamper for the score. Look at him go. He moves pretty well for a 310-pounder. If his name seems familiar, that's because Ollie was the star of the Netflix series Last Chance U.
Meet Brent Swanson. He's a massive Cubs fan and, well, a massive man. And now he's willing to give up his most prized possessions, his muscles, for the Cubs. I would sacrifice my body if we could win a World Series, he told MLB.com. It's been 108 years. Come on now. For me not to do that for the whole city of Chicago, for the state of Illinois, what it would mean to us, for sure. Now that is a big commitment. I wonder if this famous Dodger superfan is willing to do the same. Here's strawweight champ Joanna Jędrzejczyk getting ready for her fight at UFC 205 by working on some very vicious elbows. Look at how fast she throws them. One after another after another. I would never want to be on the receiving end of one of those. And it sounds like her boss Dana White agrees with me because he reposted this video with the caption, "Holy shit."
Willie Beeman is back, everybody. That's Jamie Foxx reprising his role in Any Given Sunday for a hot second and nailing a big throw right into the hoop. And he had a pretty good celebration, too. Not bad at all, Mr. Fox. I bet there are a few NFL teams that could use an arm like this right about now.
Cubs fans might think they have it tough right now, but at least they're not the Philly fanatic. That's the Phillies' famous mascot proudly doing his civic duty by reporting for jury duty. What a good bird. It took him a while to find a seat.
Anybody has an empty seat next to them, can you raise your hand?
The best part is that nobody seems surprised to see the Philly fanatic at jury duty. So yeah, that 2-1 deficit is tough for Cubs fans, but hey, it could be worse, right?
Here's a new way to score a touchdown. Watch this guy. He gets the ball and flips over 2 opponents and his own teammate to score. The player's name is Marcus Guy from Independence High School in West Virginia, and I like his style. I mean, is it the most direct way to get into the end zone? Nah, but it certainly looks cool.
You tapped out at the end. What forced you to tap out?
Hell, he was choking me.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I love air. I love air, you know.
I love air. That might be the funniest thing I've heard in a while. That was Anthony Rumble Johnson explaining to a TSN radio host why he tapped out during his fight with Daniel Cormier at UFC 187. The two fighters were in Toronto on Tuesday promoting their upcoming fight at UFC 206, and that's when this piece of pure comedy gold happened.
You tapped out at the end. What forced you to tap out?
Hell, he was choking me.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I love air. I love air.
Check out this 5'4" dunker throw it down. His name is Courtney Stevens, and he's a 17-year-old from Little Rock, Arkansas. And for anyone doubting him, he assures us that he is dunking on a 10-foot hoop. Man, this kid has some serious hops.
Cub Warrior is back and has a message for Cub Nation.
But I'm here to tell you, Cub Nation, we will win in Chicago. Because what's he gonna do when Cub Warrior and Cub Nation runs a W flag all over you?
Yep, that's a girl scoring a point for her volleyball team with her face. Check it out again. It hits Abigail Gordon square in the face. It then catches the other team by complete surprise, and then the ball lands in bounds for a point. She had the perfect tweet about it too, saying, "When you think you bomb a test but get an A." You ever go to the gym and have to wait for somebody to get done with the dumbbells that you need? Yeah, well, everyone at this gym knows how you feel. Check out this guy getting in a very subtle workout. That's pretty impressive, sure. But you know what the best part of this is? This dinosaur casually walking through the gym, and nobody seems surprised to see it. I have never in my life seen a punt return like this before. The ball bounces right off that dude's head, then a teammate standing like 15 yards upfield catches it and takes it to the house for 6 points. I didn't know this was even legal, but we spoke to the team's coach because we are journalists, and he said the touchdown counted. So yeah, this is apparently legal, and it's spectacular. Conor McGregor would be willing to give up one of his titles if he beats lightweight champ Eddie Alvarez at UFC 205, but he recently told Sports Illustrated there's one thing he'd like to do first. Let me see the pictures on publications with a belt on each shoulder first. Let me go onto the side of that octagon and raise 2 world titles, what's never been done before talking about stripping me. Let me get the f***ing things. Let me do it. I'll always listen to the correct business move, and I'll always do what is the correct move. But let me do it, and let me go back and look at some pictures of me with 2 belts, and let me embrace it for half a day. Let me look at the historic images we're going to get on this night, me with those 2 belts. That's what everyone should be excited about. This is history. I'm guessing Eddie Alvarez is excited about trying to prevent history from happening. Madison Square Garden is going to be rocking on November 12th.